Hi, everybody, and welcome to Get Social with Wine Shop at Home. I'm going to be doing a series of videos that helps you with some of your social media platforms. So we're going to start with Twitter. So let's go. So the first thing you want to do, and if you're on Twitter and if you're not on Twitter, you want to actually create a Twitter account. And you want to follow at Wine Shop at Home. This is our main business page. And this is something that not only consultants can follow, but even your customers or your family, friends, etc. There's some really great things that we're putting on here, just like our Facebook page, and you're able to retweet them or share them or even make comments on them as well. And this is going to give you some great ideas of things that you may want to post on your personal Twitter page. So you want to make sure that you're following Wine Shop at Home. Another thing you want to be following is the Wine Shop at Home updates. So that's WSAH updates. And this is strictly for wine consultants. And we give great updates on there, like when the wine is changing or the hours of the IWC care, whatever it might be, and you're going to get them first. And I love it because it just kind of alerts me. I have my notification set. It'll alert and tell me what's going on. So I like that, and it comes out fast. These are things that we do post in the Hot Nose too, but I love that immediate I guess notification what's going on, so you know, and you're always in the know, and that's important for you as a business owner too. So these are the two you want to be following: the Wine Shop at Home updates for you as a consultant, and then the Wine Shop at Home main Twitter page, which again your customers could like, friends, family, etc. So how many of you are on Twitter? I know there's a good many of you that are, because you either follow me or I follow you back, and I see the things that you do with your social media, which is fantastic. So if you haven't created a Twitter page, you want to do that. If you're not quite sure how to do that, I'm not going to walk through how to set up a page, but you can Google setting up a Twitter account, and you would be able to do that. It's actually very simple. You go to twitter.com and you just create an account. My Twitter account is all for Shell, ALL, the number 4, SHELL. And I just set it up. It was very simple. We have great cover pages that you can use in Wine is Social. If you wanted to download those through the marketing tab, and you'll see here, like here on the Wine Shop at Home, this is a great picture, something we have that you could use as well. There's a picture of bottles here. So whatever you wanted it to be, you could do that and create just like you would on a Facebook page too. So you want to tweet at Wine Shop at Home and let us know you're on Twitter. We may follow you back too. You can even make comments and use that @ symbol to acknowledge Wine Shop at Home. It kind of gives them a shout out, and I'm going to walk through different sections of what a tweet is. Remember this stat: 53% of people on Twitter recommend products in their tweet. So if you love a new wine, or you're having a tasting, or whatever it might be, you can actually do little shout outs on there talking about the product that you love. And sometimes people will follow you based on what you put on there, what hashtag you use, and we'll walk through that as well. So let's talk through a basic building block of a tweet, or building blocks of Twitter. So this is a tweet. People on Twitter love to see promotions, tips, industry news, and behind the scene looks. Test to see what your audience likes, and there's a hashtag Twitter tip here. So I'm going to walk you through each of these sections of a tweet. So the first thing is a tweet. That's the whole thing there. You see the little birdie that pops up, the Twitter bird, that will pop up when you do a tweet. A tweet is a message posted on Twitter that can contain text, photos, links, and videos. Number 2 is the reply. It's that little comment bubble. Click reply to respond to anyone's tweets. Replying to a tweet is a way of show you're listening and provide helpful answers. So let's say that Wine Shop at Home posts something, let's say the McKenna wine or Somerville wine, and you really love it. You could even do a reply and say, oh my gosh, I love this wine, or this is the top selling wine that I sold last night at my tasting, or I love this wine because X, and you're just replying and putting posts. And sometimes people will see those replies as well, and then they may follow you back or reach out to you and have a question for you too about your wine. Retweet, right? That's that little symbol there in a circle of the arrows. So a retweet is sharing a tweet from someone else with your followers. So click the retweet button to share the tweet or as is, or add a comment to quote the tweet. So let's say on Facebook, many of you use that, you hit share, right? You share something and you can put a reply on there or not. You can just straight out share it. But if you're going to put a comment, this is basically what a retweet is too. So again, let's say Wine Shop at Home posts something like the Jingle All the Way promotion that we did. You may have wanted to retweet that to post it on your page as well, and you're just kind of sharing, hey, this is cool, check this out. Number 4 is a like. You know what that is, right? A like is a simple way to acknowledge a tweet. It can be also useful to use as a bookmarking tool if you want to easily find a tweet again. Tap the heart icon to like a tweet, and author will see you appreciate it. So it is fun. If I see people like my tweets, I will actually go, and you can look and see who did, and I will go into their Twitter and see if there's somebody maybe I'd want to follow back or send a message to, and it'll be like, hey, thanks for liking my tweet. You can start to kind of build relationships that way with people that have similar interests. I have a lady, this wine lady, and she sent me a private message, which is what this mailbox is here. And she's like, we really need to connect because she had similar interests, right? So you can pick up customers this way, or clients, or maybe even new team members this way too. Number 5 is a hashtag, right? So up here, I put up here, next is hashtag Twitter tip. A hashtag is any word or phrase without spaces beginning with the hashtag symbol or pound symbol, right? People use hashtags to organize conversations and make it easier to find all content related to a given topic. Click on a hashtag to go directly to the search results for that term. Hashtagged words that become very popular are often trending topics. And you will see, based on what you like, it'll say like, this is your #1 trending topic right now. And many of you know I love hockey. We have a new hockey team here in Vegas. And a lot of the time when I'm watching a hockey game, what's trending is the hockey game, or hashtag nights will be trending there too. So that's kind of interesting to see. And then I can see who else is tweeting about that, and you can kind of connect with people. It'll be the same thing with wine, and I'm going to walk you through how to find those too. So hashtags can actually be very powerful in your messaging. Mention, bring a tweet to another person's attention by including their @username in their message. You could use it to ask someone a question, to thank them, or simply to highlight a piece of content. So this is similar to tagging, like on Facebook, right? So you can see here it says people on @Twitter, right? I highlighted it's number 6 here. So I'm shouting out to them, and you would be the same thing. So like, hey, @WineShop at home, right? And it kind of tags them in there. And they can choose, I think, to actually make it public on their page too, if you want to choose. So you could do, hey, @WineShop at home, I really fell in love with this new McKenna wine, or I love the Artisan 5, or whatever it might be, or I had a fantastic tasting last night and got a new team member. So you can even mention WineShop at home too in your tags. So this is a page I found. It's Twitter Business. There was actually a ton of great resources on here. So if you're on Twitter, I would follow this @Twitter Business, and it gives all kinds of great things. So like this first article, get to know your followers with Twitter audience insights. So it gives you all kinds of cool tips too on, you know, tweeting or this, or some useful information for business. And this is what you're doing this for, right? So I definitely recommend following that page. I loved it. Gave a lot of great information. So that is a page on Twitter that you may want to follow. So get set up, okay? So secure your Twitter account. So I talked about that. Go to twitter.com. It'll walk you through the steps in setting up your Twitter page. You want to build your page. So like I said, using the images. So the basically the cover page, whatever it is you want to use. It could be something wine, or it could be something personal, and you might want to switch it up as well. So that's totally up to you. And we have so many great images on Wine is Social too that you can go to and check out and download and use those. Learn the terminology and best practices. So kind of like that Twitter business page I referred you to. I Googled a lot. I actually really learned how to use Twitter myself. I would Google stuff or Google YouTube videos, excuse me, and things, because I never felt like I had to be perfect about it. There are books and stuff out there, but Google stuff, everything is out there, and that's free research to find. And I'm giving you some tips here, but you can do that if you want to be even more of an expert on Twitter on how to use it. You can always Google or just search things too. And sometimes you can even just search them on Twitter, and it will actually show you how to set things up too. Invite and follow your friends and influencers. So once you get onto Twitter, I usually try to find if friends are on Twitter, you can follow them. You can invite them to be a part of Twitter as well. You can do the same thing with Instagram, Facebook. All are very similar, and a lot of them are really connected. So you can invite them and follow them. Learn how to engage and respond to tweets. I'm going to give you some ideas here in a minute too. Learn how to create and find content. So content can actually be super fun. So, oh my gosh, you can, like wine glasses, right? Which was this whole epiphany when I started here. I didn't realize that drinking out of different glassware or plastic would make the wine change. So it was fascinating education. So you can even find articles like that, not just about wine, but things that are connected to wine, right? So a lot of people that love wine like food, right? So that foodie thing is huge. So you can do wine and food pairings. So find all kinds of cool content that you can actually put on Twitter, because remember, you can do links as well, or just a cool picture that you like too. I'm practicing, so just have fun kind of setting up and doing some tweets there to get some practice. It's definitely going to grow your business, and I'm going to show you here. We're going to actually go on a little tour of Twitter, but it actually can help and grow your business. And me, through casual, I'm no expert by any means. I think I have about 700 followers on Twitter, just from liking other people's stuff or retweeting or finding people with common interest or following people, and sometimes they'll follow me back too. So it really can help grow your business and get your branding out there. So 5 steps of Twitter success: follow people, reply to things that you see out there you like. You can retweet things, share things, and then just repeat those steps. And no, it really is that simple. And I think Twitter is fun. To me, it's super interactive. And think of it this way, like Facebook is kind of like a racquetball court, right? You're constantly bouncing off those 4 walls. You have the same people that you're friends with on Facebook. It doesn't change so much. You add friends here periodically. Twitter is kind of like, I don't know, a golf course. You're going to hit that ball and it can go to a million different places. Let's put it that way. So there's no bounds, right? There's no boundaries really. You can just hit that ball and it's going to go anywhere, up, down, sideways, whatever, and it's going to keep on going. And Twitter is that same thing, because you're able to connect with people that aren't technically your friends or your followers through using different steps. So we're going to talk about the hashtag on Twitter. So how to search for topics so you can follow people or companies. Hashtags on Twitter. Most research data suggests that including 1 or 2 hashtags in your tweets can double your online engagement compared to tweets without them. Going from 10 retweets to 20 or from 4 retweets to 8 is indeed a big deal. But you should keep them to no more than 2 hashtags per post. On the other hand, studies show that using more than 2 hashtags will actually drop your engagement, which is, I think, kind of interesting. So rules of the hashtag, right? Make it memorable, not just the brand name. So it's not always just Wine Shop at Home. It needs to make sense, right? It needs to be relevant. Short and simple. Research, right? So again, learning about these things and kind of Googling things. And again, it's not going to take you forever to do it. You could probably, take 30 minutes to do some searches on how to be more effective even with Twitter. Be consistent and use it everywhere. Obviously, use that hashtag everywhere. You can even create your own hashtag. So here's some examples of ones you may use: wine tasting, red wine, white wine. You could even bubbles or sparkling, foodie, wine pairings or food and wine pairings, wine shop at home, get paid to drink wine. So think about some hashtags you could use to attract people to the business, right? Home-based business, work at home, WAHM, right? Work at home mom. I've seen that a lot as well. So you can use different kinds of hashtags, and you can even Google what hashtags are good for, promoting my business, right? From getting people to join my team, or even hashtag join my team, whatever it might be. You can even start a hashtag trend within your teams, which is super fun, or even do challenges. Because what's kind of cool is, let's say you're a leader and you want to do a hashtag challenge to your team, you can put in the hashtag and find who's using it, because you might make up your own hashtag that somebody wouldn't do. So hashtag sparkling cellars or hashtag savvy sippers, whatever the name of your team is, you'll be able to find it easy that way too. But again, I'm going to walk you through that in a minute. So think of all the different things, maybe make notes. What hashtags can you use? And again, the hashtags need to be relevant to what you're doing. And one thing I find interesting, and I see this all the time, and it actually kind of annoys me, is let's say I'm hashtagging something about wine. I'm probably not going to hashtag, the hockey team, right? Or you're not going to hashtag like something that's trending because you want other people to pick it up. So I think it has to be relevant to hashtags to what you are basically talking about. So why is Twitter important to your business? How do you introduce your brand to social media? You make your brand worth talking about, and it introduces itself. Make it fun. And I'm referring a little bit to the hockey team here because it's kind of interesting. They were a brand new team and nobody knew who they were. And the Twitter guy is absolutely amazing. He's fun, and he has, I think we're the #1 followed hockey team in the nation. but they really built that brand through their marketing and through their Twitter account. And it's interesting because my husband says, if you ever want to learn how to build a brand, watch that Twitter page. And it's actually been fascinating to watch. So it's the Vegas Golden Knights. Not that I'm completely promoting it, but it's a good example of a fun kind of interactive thing. And hockey is a whole different world, of course, but wine is, I mean, come on. More people drink wine than probably watch hockey. Like, let's be honest, right? But it's just one thing that I'm can kind of actually, I guess, relate it to right now in terms of Twitter. So you want to make your brand worth talking about. There are 320 million people actively using Twitter. 100 million use it every single day, and 65 million in the US. So for hashtag Twitter stats. So the stats below are for Twitter, but they show why hashtags are essential for creating and tracking online presence. So 78% brand engagements that are retweets, 22% are brand engagements that are replies, and 92% brand engagements that link click. So if you have an article, and we have great articles too that we use here at Wine Shop at Home, and you can repost those, or really anything about, obviously, oh my gosh, award-winning wine, right? Any of the articles when we want a wine, done an award with our wine, right? So that is a great link to share too. So tweets with hashtags double engagement rate, which is true. So effect of a hashtags on retweets. Without hashtags, you can see the percent here, and with hashtags, look how much it jumps there too, almost by 20%. Twitter chats is another kind of a cool thing, and I discovered these probably about 1.5 years ago, and this was kind of cool. And this is an example of one. This is Sonoma Chat. So they do, it's hashtag Sonoma Chat, and they do Twitter chats, and they usually say, okay, we're going to do it. So here, right, weekly host live every Wednesday, 5 to 6. So everybody goes on and they kind of have a conversation, and you're using that same hashtag over and over again, which is pretty cool. And you will find people that have basically a common interest to wine. So one way to build your follower base is to join in on tweet chats. People will get to know you if you attend them regularly. And again, you're building that community. You're getting to know people. Look at this, Napa chats. There's so many different chats. So you can even hashtag, I think, wine chat. So maybe we'll go in here and we'll look and see what other chats we can find. So a Twitter chat is a public Twitter conversation around one unique hashtag. This hashtag allows you to follow the discussion and participate in it. Twitter chats are usually reoccurring and on specific topics to regularly connect with people with these interests. You could even do hashtag like award-winning wines, right? So think about it, create your own Twitter chat, right? And you can start to build a community within your brand and your business as well. So that would be fun. And if you guys wanted to do it as a team, you could do that. So just another way to try to find people that have that common interest. So let's go search. I'm going to X out of here. Ding. Oh, there you go. Where'd it go? Here we go. Okay, so here is, I just went into Twitter and I just did hashtag wine. See up in the search bar? Hashtag wine. Okay, so what you'll see is usually you'll get a recommendation about what. So wine show. Sometimes I follow stuff and go back in. Oh, Vegas wine chick. Let's see who that is. I'm in Vegas. So sometimes you'll see similar things that will pop up. So an article. So Bubbles Beyond Champagne, 10 sparkling wine regions. So fun stuff like that. I love it. So you can go and follow. But when I did hashtag wine, anybody that has hashtag wine in their tweet comes up. So this is fun. So the wine wankers, I don't know, you would go in and you could say, oh, hey, let me go look at this, right? What's going on here? So you can basically say, hey, what's up? What's cool? And a lot of times you might not be following these. So you can actually go and you can say, oh, I really like this. So what would you choose wine? If you had to pick between drinking wine every day or being skinny, would you choose red, white, or rosé? Which is kind of fun. So I can do that. Maybe I would retweet this. Love it. Kind of a fun thing. And then that would go on my page. So you can find kind of cool things just using hashtags. Let's see what else. So let's see, like Bubbles, or let's see what that pops up. I don't know, is it going to be sham or champagne or just Bubbles, right? You don't ever know. So you can kind of look, use different things. So here's Bubbles, which is champagne, right? Let's see, how about this? Wine tasting. wine tasting. That'll pop up. So more stuff comes up. When I sip, you sip, we sip. Wine tank tops, right? Wine tasting hashtag. You see she used hashtags there. Today was full of family and wine tasting. People that love wine tasting may be interested in your business. You can go like them. Maybe if you liked that tweet, they might go back and look and see what's going on your page and start to follow you or comment or have interest in what you're doing too. So just kind of fun. You can go and look up all different kinds of things too and see what, let's go to WineShop at Home. Oops. What's kind of going on in the wine world or foodie or whatever you want to do, and start to look and see and start to kind of reach out and find other things that people are doing. So remember, you can tweet at WineShop. This is the WineShop at Home page. So kind of fun. We talked about the chats, right? So let's try wine chat. Let's see if anything comes up there. Out of curiosity. Yep, wine chat. See, you can go find stuff like some of these fun things. This winetracker.co looks like they use wine chat a lot. So getting fun, you get the idea, obviously. Moments is going to be kind of what's trending. So this will see trends for me right now, New Year's, probably because I live in Vegas, all kinds of different things. Like I said, when I watch the hockey game, it's always trending on top. So it kind of will gear towards you too, but you can see total, like I think if you go to moments here, this will show you exactly what's going on kind of everywhere. And you can even follow some of these things, and this will bring you to different Twitter things happening. What's going on Twitter. So there you go. Super fun. And I have some last minute tips. Let's go to full screen here. So build your Twitter base. Post regularly up to 6 times a day, 9 a.m., 12, 3, 6, and 9 p.m. Consistency is key, so set a schedule. But if you don't have time, you're like, okay, that's crazy, that's too much going on, you can actually schedule them in advance. So maybe even at least 3 times a day. So morning, noon, and night type of thing. Hootsuite is a free social media platform where you can actually set up and it will post for you automatically, but really use our Wine is Social. This is included in your WOW package, and we automatically can, you can actually set up your Twitter account through the Wine is Social, just as you can do your Facebook, your Pinterest page, and then they'll automatically post. And I love that. And you can post out, you know, for months at a time if you wanted to. So even sitting down maybe once a week, and that's what I do, and we'll schedule things to go out as well. Take a look at the WineShop at Home tweets and see what we are posting for ideas, or retweet them for content. Other content can include tastings that you have coming up, articles you want to share, inspirational quotes, rewards you have earned, new wine, incentive trips, convention information. Obviously, you want to engage with others. This means answering questions in a timely manner, that should say, sorry. Retweeting great info, obviously, ask questions or make comments to other tweets. Manage this on your phones or your tablets with the Twitter app, so that's easy and convenient. And to change the world, build a business, have fun. And this is actually a quote by a co-founder of Twitter. So any questions about Twitter, reach out to me. This is Shelly, and I'm happy to answer them for you. Again, don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. I'm in no way an expert. Like I said, I Googled a lot of information or YouTubed or try to find out how to do it, because I in no means need to be this, you know, social media guru for our wine business, but have fun and enjoy it. And like I said, I like Twitter. I think it's fun. You can really connect with some great people that have similar interests, and it opens up a whole new world that Facebook does not. So with that, enjoy your Twitter and have fun, guys.